Hi, I'm Rollo. Today I wanted to do a couple of tests side by side of a Rode video mic and a Sennheiser MKE 600, which I just got today. For me, audio is very important, particularly as I like to record a lot of quiet things, maybe nature, stuff like that, and a lot of poetry and speech. And so the most important thing is not necessarily the sound that you get out of a mic, because that can be adjusted. What you can't adjust really is the hiss level, is the system noise, the microphone noise, whatever that is. I like it to be really nice and quiet. So before we start off, I'm going to do some silence. This is the Sennheiser, this side, which we're listening to now for vocals, and this is the Rode, which I'm listening to now just on vocals. First of all, we're going to start with 10 seconds of silence with each. And now we're listening to the silence on this one. Well, it's near enough 10 seconds. The reason I bought this one originally is because I was using a GH4 and that needed the 3.5mm jack in if I was going to do it direct into the camera. But I particularly liked it because it had very low noise, internal noise, inherent noise. That's fine, but to be honest, I wasn't that keen on the sound of it. It's okay, don't have a problem, do some vocals, some interviews, things like that. It's okay, but it's not what I would call a really nice clean sound, because I have lots of other studio mics, large diaphragm mics, Neumanns, SEs and various other ones, and I wanted something that's really quiet, which you need for voiceover work. Not that I was going to use these for voiceover work, but when you're recording out in the field, there's a lot of times you want it really quiet, and at the same time you want it to sound really good. Well, after I had the GH4 for a while, I bought the camera that we're filming on now, which is the Panasonic HC-X1. It's a proper camcorder rather than a DSLR, and to be honest, I get shots with this camera, the X1. I get those where I've been missing them, trying to decide which lens to put on the GH4, because sometimes you have very little time to set up, maybe only, I don't know, 5 or 10 seconds. Anyway, so here we are. So I'm going to switch, I'm going to talk a load of other rubbish and go between this one here, which I only got this morning, so this is my first test. I shall be interested to see how it works. I've plugged them both straight into the camera XLR. And now we go to this one. This one is also plugged straight into the camera on the second channel, but it does have a little adapter to change it from 3.5mm jack to XLR. We'll see how those worked. I'll make a few comments at the end and see what you think. Okay, now when I played those tracks back, I realised there was quite a lot of noise, and they would plug directly into the XLR, into the camera. So this time I've plugged this one straight into my Scarlett, Focusrite Scarlett, whatever it is, because I've usually found that's the cleanest way with microphones. Plug them straight in and recording on Reaper. I thought I'd see what the inherent noise is there, so we'll have a little bit of silence. I've rigged it up so the Rode is going straight into my interface, and I'm doing 48 kilohertz at 24-bit. And the mic is set so it's just on 0 dB. There's no, because it's got a preamp. You can do 12 and 20 dB. And oh, thank you. I've found it's been very quiet. I've liked it a lot, but I didn't like the sound that it was making. But I'm sure with a bit of EQing, I could get it pretty good. So that's the Rode, and we'll hear a little bit of silence with that now. And see what we make of that. I'll come back with some final comments probably when I've strapped it all together. Okay, well now I've had a little listen to the bits that we've done, and I felt that the first test we did with both mics plugged into the camera, they were both a bit noisier than I was expecting. They certainly worked out a lot better when they were plugged straight into the audio interface into the computer. The Rode in particular, I've never found as noisy as that before using on other things. Maybe some kind of impedance mismatch, but I like this one, the smoothest sound. This one is, the Rode is EQ'd up okay. I'm not bothering to record at all with the Rode at present. In fact, on the second channel, I'm now recording on the camera microphones, just as a interesting reference point, so you can hear what we're listening to from the camera, which is about 4 foot away, maybe 5. But the Sennheiser 600, I think that will do very nicely, very quiet and very smooth. See what you think, and if you have been, thanks for watching.